Like average male life expectancy in the U.S. is 76.
Yep.
Yeah. It'll be
Yeah,
77 by the
76.
time I get there. I got nothing to worry about at 76.
If you get there.
Yeah,
Flying
right.
Yeah, the paramotor hobby doesn't lend itself to natural causes.
No.
Well, how'd he die? He plummeted from the air.
If someone said to me, "Did you hear Woody died?" My first question is, what did he hit?
The ground, quickly.
Not the leading cause of death.
My
Maybe the
first
water.
question would be, did anybody film it?
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Check the GoPro on his head.
I'd try and find
Oddly.
Get him
a
his
toy-
final viral video, guys. Come on.
It's me
Hey, guys,
shouting
this is Taylor. I
passwords
haven't
to
made a
bank
video
accounts
in-
to my wife.
in 9
Taylor.
years.
Honey, click on finance and then...
Taylor, that's the question. This is the question for Taylor and I. Woody dies tomorrow. Terrible paramotoring accident. We
I'll
have
be the new
all
host. I'll be the
Cool.
new host of PK.
Got
DM
it.
me. So but Jackie sends us the footage, and she says Woody always said that anything ever did happen, that you guys should have this and to do whatever you want with it because
we have
together,
that
die
conversation all the
together,
time, Jackie.
Bad
and I.
boys for life. That was his motto.
He's never said that.
Woody was always looking at it real intense and saying, "We ride together, we die together. Bad boys for life." That was like his motto, right? And so he sends us
Do you
this
like how
footage.
we're gonna change the way you are posthumously?
Yes.
I'm down, yeah.
You just became Martin Lawrence to my Will Smith, I think. And so you and I have this footage, right? And it's pretty gory, right? He hits a goose midair. You can tell that from his audio that he's confused. And he goes into like a death spiral, hits the ground, screaming the whole way. And the camera comes off.
Still living when he's on the ground, moving.
He crawls a
calling
little.
for help.
There's a
little
part
bit.
where he crawls.
But his
forward.
legs are cut off.
It's on
destroyed.
concrete. It looks like if you dropped a stuffed pepper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just mush. Just mush. He looks like a toothpaste tube that's been rolled backwards and it just exploded out the back. Okay? It's awful where his legs are. And but we have all this footage, right? Do we use that footage the next week on the show?
I mean, as long as it's not before Tuesday, then we'd use it on PKN as well.
It's what I'd want.
That's what we do. We'd add
Flip
sound
that.
effects.
Flip that. We're going to need this for legal purposes. He said he wanted it.
We'd keep playing it over and over with different little sound effects. Wop wop.
We'll get a GTA 5 meme made out of it where he lands and it goes like busted
Yeah,
or
busted.
Wasted, yeah.
I mean,
Hypothetical single Jackie would be between the life insurance and everything else would be sitting on quite a little nest egg. She's gonna go crazy. Do you guys ever have that discussion? Like, if I die early, I would want you to do this, this, and that. And she comes back, well, if I ever died early, I would want you to do this and that. Have you had that conversation?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Not that outright. No.
Oh, maybe you should, right?
Sounds like a fun
I
time.
mean,
Would you want? We're
I
gonna have it
wonder
right
what
now.
most people do. Right? Do
I think
most
that most.
people cover that?
Yeah, I think so. I think like married couples with kids and stuff.
well, you would want to write it down, right? Like if you die, who gets this, who gets that, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
blah,
Will,
blah.
but I think he's talking about like dating again and
Yes,
Oh.
and like maybe you're curious about like where would your life go if we weren't here as this nuclear family in North Carolina. If I passed away and you suddenly had a lot of money and you don't have to support my hobby anymore, what would you do? And what if her answer was like, I've always wanted to live in Cuba.
You know, I've always wanted to fuck a black guy.
Oh, yeah. So I like where you go over that. We'll circle around to the
Well,
to that.
I don't know.
she doesn't like having her cervix hit.
What
We
if-
covered
what
that
if-
earlier in the show.
It's
What if she
it's a
just
very
wanted to try
awkward
lesbian?
situation.
there.
It's an awkward conversation to have though, because it's like, oh, well, I would travel the world and I would retire and just get high all day and buy an island or something, right? And it's like, well, why don't we do that now? Why don't we go travel the world now? Why don't we go to an island? You know what I mean? So I feel like the best answer would be, well, I would take care of the kids. I would take care of your parents, and I wouldn't date anybody. I wouldn't date anybody, ever again. After this, yeah.
No, Kyle, he said he'll take care of.
Yeah, if Woody were to pass away early, Jackie will definitely take care of his parents. there'll be nothing holding her back now. From she'll use that insurance money to hire a professional to go take care of some business or something.
I, on the other hand, will take care of all of her parents' needs as well.
Oh, wait. Now I'm literally talking about her having your parents killed. Do you
No.
have
Her parents are already dead.
The joke. Yeah.
Oh, you got in early. All right.
Perfect.
Well,
Yeah, you're scot free.
That one's gonna come back at me.
She was to Queb's point when she
Sorry,
was
family.
like, why don't we travel the world now? Why don't we go on vacation now? You could respond with, no, the first time I travel the world, I want it to be with someone special.
Oof.
yeah, I think I would want to know like, are you going to remarry? How soon do you think that would happen? Like what kind of guy would you even look for? Would you still live here? Would you sell the house and move somewhere like smaller or more near your family? What would you do? I think I would have some reservations.
What would you do if you were me?
There's this YouTube
If
guy.
I'm you and she passes away?
It's
Yeah.
Keemstar or something.
Well, if I'm you and she passes away, I don't know. See, I think you really enjoy a lot of the things about where and what you live now, right? You like your house, obviously. You like the bit of property that you have there and your ability to fly in and out of there. But I don't know. Maybe there's somewhere. What's the heart of paramotoring country, right? Like maybe Florida, like where those guys are. Maybe you move to Florida.
I really like where we are. Actually, it's very good. We have a nice community here. The one, I think where I am is almost perfect in that scenario, except that it's a lot of house. Like I don't need that much house. I think my house is 6,700 square feet for Colin and I.
Insane.
That is ridiculous, right? Like it's
Put a ball pit in.
just to convert the Game of Thrones.
You can
room
make it so he
into
can
a big foam
parkour
pit
everywhere. Like
Yeah.
the only way to get to the kitchen is parkour.
a little bouldering
The floor
for
is
your
lava.
glass.
I like to think the first thing you would do, Woody, is go and either throw away or ceremoniously burn the George Foreman grill. You'd be like, we're getting full flavored chicken back in this house, kids. It'll have the fat. It'll have the flavor.
That's
Candy's back on the menu.
I eat that all the time. I had it for lunch.
Oh God.
Oh,
Did she
yeah.
season it? Did she
Yeah.
put anything on it?
Yeah.
Well, you'd have to. That would be vile.
I wouldn't even know what
picture
it
this
is. There's the
white
brown
chunk
one
of
and the
chicken
yellow
meat
one.
coming out with these brown marks.
Only when
griddle
she's
marks.
not home.